this is Joshua Kusnick here with the third episode of Fresh Ink. I am barreling through a bunch of envelopes that I got while I was in the hospital, and I hate bringing that up every time, but whatever, deal with it. And now we have 10 more. So here we go. The first one for today is from Phoenix, Arizona. It is, Charlie Rave, who was on the 1958 Cincinnati Reds. He was nice enough to send me this magazine cutout that he signed for some awesome reason, which I appreciate. And these are two original 1958 Topps cards of Mr. Rave. And according to the back of the card, he was the MVP of the Sally League in 1955, which, now that I know that, because I didn't read the back before, I would have had him inscribed on the cards. That's awesome. I love getting cards back from the 50s. This card is from Denver, Colorado. Let's see what this is. Steve Atwater, the great All-Pro future Hall of Famer, signed my 94? Yeah, I got the year right. 94 Pinnacle card, personalized to the Kusnick family. Strange inscription, even though my name was on the envelope, and did not sign my other two cards, which now I know to only send him one. And a weird personalization, but a really cool card, and I'm very happy he signed that. And he should be in the Hall of Fame. He's a Hall of Fame signer. Ha ha ha, puns. Next one is from Atlanta. Jim Britton. Jim Britton was a pitcher in the 60s who was cool enough to have two different Topps rookie cards. 1964 Topps with Larry Maxey and 1968 with Ron Reed, who will then be getting these cards because Mr. Britton was nice enough to sign both. Now I have to get the other half signed by both guys. And then he also signed his 1969 Topps card. Let's see if there's anything fun on the back of his rookie, or back of his card. Apparently he threw a 3-0 no-hitter versus Arkansas in 1967, which I love those cards from the 60s because they failed to point out that Arkansas is not a major league city. Next one, Phoenix, Arizona, again, because every retired athlete lives there and there's no state income tax. Dan Marley, again, I had more cards, I cheated. Dan signed his 94-95 Stadium Club card, his 92-93 Upper Deck All-Star card, his 92-93 Upper Deck regular card, 95-96 Flair, and 89-90 Hoops card, but I love his Stadium Club card because it's him actually getting a layup on Michael Jordan, which that other half of that card will not get signed, but still a cool card. Let's see, Atlanta metro area again. Who am I writing to in these areas? Let's see. Ron Gant, former All-Star and 30-30 member, 30 home runs, 30 RBIs, or 30 home runs, 30 stolen bases in a season. Gant works for a television network now and covering sports, and I love getting these signed. These are two of his original Topps Finest cards from 94 and 95. This is the 90 Upper Deck card, which I had an extra of, but two of my favorite sets of all time when Upper Deck in the 90s were going crazy with their hologram technology, made two different SPX sets, and I love that set, and I try to get everybody in them signed. I'm not a set collector per se, but every time I can get an Upper Deck SPX card signed in any of the sports, I try to get them and mail them off, so those cards are awesome. Thank you, Mr. Ron Gant. So the next one is Casper, Wyoming. This has got to be a retired player. Let's see what we got. Bud Daly, 1958 Cleveland Indians, 1960 Philadelphia, Kansas City Athletics, 1959 Kansas City Athletics, 1961 Kansas City Athletics. But for what he's most famous for, he was a World Series champion with the New York Yankees. This is 62 Topps, this is a 64 Topps, and then his 65 Topps card with the Indians. Daly was nice enough to sign all of them. They were all different. I am not a big fan of getting double signed anymore like when I was younger, but I do like getting runs of everybody's card signed, and he was nice enough to do it. And God, how old is Mr. Daly these days? Let's see. Bud Daly, let's see. Bud Daly was born October 7, 1933. He is 86 years old. You guys need to write to him. What a cool guy. Let's see, next one. Seattle, Washington. Who did I write to in Seattle? Let's see. I don't even know what sport this is. Former backup quarterback and not prominent NFL player, Brock Huard. Brock had a lot of cool cards and a lot of potential coming out of school. Never really established much. Is the brother of Damon Huard. And, oh God, he was such a bust. I'm sorry to say that because he signed these cards. He works for ESPN Radio now. And, God, he went to Washington. Where did he go to school? Let's see. Was I right? He went to Washington. Cool, I was totally right. Excellent. So, wow, that is an unfortunate professional career turn. He went to Washington, got drafted by his hometown Seahawks, and then didn't go so well. And then years later, ... Russell Wilson. So, this one's from Boston. Let's see who this is. I don't know what sport this one is. Thank you, Mr. Huard. Tony Larussa. Surly Mr. Larussa, who still works in the game as an executive for the Boston Red Sox now and is surely a Hall of Fame. Well, he is a Hall of Famer. He's a Hall of Fame manager from his World Series days with Cardinals and the Oakland A's, more famously coaching Mark McGwire a couple times, especially during his historic season. Yeah, it was nice of him to sign. He's a very gracious signer, very nice every time I see him at the winter meetings. And this is a card of him and Jim Leland, which Jim Leland is an awesome guy, and I will harass him at the winter meetings to sign that one later because professionalism be damned sometimes. Let's see. Miami, Florida. What did I do here? This is local. I don't even know what this one is. Oh, another Todd Hollandsworth. Yes. In my first letter, this was the first one I got back. In the first letter I got from Mr. Hollandsworth, I got these 2 back, and then I sent him another letter, and I apologized for sending 3 more, but his cards were awesome, and then he was nice enough to sign them again. So I did double dip on Todd Hollandsworth, but I did explain to him why, because it's not my fault that I spent so much money as a kid buying his awesome damn cards. So very cool that he signed those. And the last one is from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Let's see what this is. Let's see. Ooh. Wow. This is going to be the oldest one I get back this week. This was Tim/Charles Thompson. And Charles Thompson, a.k.a. Tim, played for the 1954 Brooklyn Dodgers, was a teammate of Jackie Robinson, and what a damn cool card. He later played for the Kansas City A's in 57. This is a 57 Topps card, and was a catcher for the Detroit Tigers in 58. My buddy J.W. Porter was also on that team, who was still around doing mail. Mr. Thompson is 95 years old, and this is a real 54 Topps Brooklyn Dodger card. And you guys should definitely write to him. That's it for this week. These have been 10 more from Fresh Ink. My name is Joshua Kusnick. I am on Instagram, Joshua_Kusnick. I am on Twitter, @Joshua Kusnick. I have a podcast, The Joshua Kusnick Experience, and I appreciate you guys coming here and looking at the videos.